No, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Don't you see this toxic stuff out here? No. 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 Ladies, I'm back with another pretty girl talk, and I have a question for you. When did you know that he was wasting your time? When did you have the feeling he was wasting your time? When was it like, oh yeah, nah, we can't do this? When did you have that feeling? When? Just tell me when. Just tell me when, because we've all had it. We've all had it. We've all experienced it. Just tell me when. Okay? Okay? Yeah. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This is Lexsa with another video. Today we are going to get into another pretty girl talk, so make sure you grab your glasses, make sure you grab your popcorn or whatever you want to nibble on, and we're gonna get into some real tea. Okay, if you're interested in this wig that I have on, I just wanted to say real quick I do have a video on my channel, so make sure you check that out after. Okay, don't pause it and go. Check it out after this video. But in this specific pretty girl talk, we're going to be discussing the 6 signs that guy you're talking to, the guy that is the reason why you're on this video, 6 signs that he's wasting your time. Okay, so definitely I want to just preface this by saying that a lot of this is from experiences that I've had, or my other ladies had, or my other lovely ladies like you, my followers, my subscribers have had and have shared with me. So I'm coming with all of that knowledge and then giving it to you guys so you don't have to deal with any dudes wasting your time. But before I get into this video, make sure you like this video and you subscribe to my channel. We finally hit 50K, so make sure you tell your other friends about my channel so we can get to 100K. Okay, also follow me on all of my social media platforms at Lexsa Marie, which is Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I'm not really on Twitter like that, but you know, I'll get on Twitter if you add me on Twitter, you feel me? So yeah, make sure you add me on all of my social media platforms, and then we're just gonna get into these signs because ciao, you'll see. Okay, I'm hopping into it. The 6th sign that he is wasting your time is that he never gives you a straight answer. And I was told a very long time ago that a guy that is sure about you will make sure that you're his girl, period. And you do not want to be in a relationship or dating or even talking to anyone that isn't really sure about you. We all had that one guy that we're like, do we like him, do we not like him? And then 9 times out of 10 we do not continue or pursue that guy. Guys do the same thing. You know, if he's not giving you a straight answer in terms of what he wants you guys to be or where he wants things to go, and he just doesn't seem to have a lot of clarity in terms of what's gonna happen with y'all, 10 times out of 10 your time is being wasted and you don't even realize it. So in this case, I would say, me personally, just be straight up. Like, do you want to date me? Do you want to pursue a relationship with me? Do you want to be my friend? Do you want to remain friends? Ask straight up, because if you're just going to continue to be confused, it's just going to cause you to have more stress, more anxiety, and us pretty ladies, we don't need that. Okay, we don't need that. So in this situation, he's wasting your time. Just ask him, be like, yo, can you give me, please, yes or no? Do you want to be with me? Yes or no? Do you want to be my boyfriend? Yes or no? Do you want to be friends? Yes or no? Boom. Get to the chase so your time isn't wasted, or his time. And then you can find another dude that isn't going to waste your time. So the 5th sign that he is wasting your time, sis, is if his actions do not match his words. Okay? His actions do not match his words. If he doesn't have integrity, if his words don't mean anything, he's saying, I'm gonna get you this, I'm going to, you know, wife you up, I'm going to show you this, I'm gonna take you here, and his actions have shown you that y'all are just gonna hang out at your place, and he doesn't actually take you to the places he said he was going to take you, then you know he's not serious about you. If a guy is serious about you, if anyone is serious about you, they're going to make sure whatever they tell you, they follow through with. And for me, like, I'm honestly that person that's like, if you tell me something, boom, I'm gonna hold you to it. Whether you're my friend, whether you're my boss, whether you're, you know, someone trying to pursue me, the minute you say, I am going to do this, I'm gonna take your word for it. But the minute it does not align, unfortunately, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm never gonna believe anything you say. And if I can't even have, you know, the ability to trust you, then it's like, what's the point of pursuing in a relationship? And that's just me. That's just me. Even with friends, if I feel like friends don't follow through, 9 times out of 10, when I really need you to be there for me, you're not gonna be the person I ask, because I want someone that I can trust to be in those type of situations. So definitely, like, be mindful if someone's words do not align with their actions, or if their actions are saying, you know, they just want to be friends with you, but then their words is saying they want to date you. Like, I remember this one dude, y'all, it's like, it was so weird. Like, I don't know if he had like a social issue or whatever, but like when I texted him, he would be flirty, like randomly flirty with me, and I was like, okay. But then in person, he treated me like he almost didn't even know me, like I was a friend. Like, he was just so, like, there was no intimacy, no anything. And I knew, I was like, okay, I'm not dealing with these mixed messages. I'm just not that girl. I'm not the one to investigate. I'm not the one to ask 1,000 questions. I'm gonna believe you. If you're on that weird time and you want to say, you know, oh, come here, come and do this with me, I want to kiss you, da-da-da, and then in person you're dry as hell. Yeah, stay dry in both situations, because I'm not with that. So definitely, if you're noticing that type of behavior, let me know in the comment section down below if you've experienced that type of behavior. Cut him off. Just cut him off. Make him a friend, make him a peer, make him an acquaintance, but he should not have access to you the way he wants to have access to you. Period. All right, so the 4th sign that boy you're talking to, that man you're talking to, is not into you, is that you're the only one hitting the other person up first. You're hitting him up first to start a conversation. You're calling him first. You're insisting on dates occurring. You're, you know, being the catalyst for dates. No. Absolutely not. We do not do that. We don't do that over here. Ugh. Like, I literally want to gag at the thought of that, because it's like every now and then I'll say, you know, good morning, you know, every once in a blue moon. But if a guy is not in pursuance of you and instead wants you to be in pursuance of him, you're dealing with a different breed, okay? He did a little Jedi mind trick on you, got you planning dates now, got you saying good morning text. Yeah, he probably has a lot of good morning texts coming in, sis. Like, he probably, you know, is getting asked out on a lot of dates, sis. So with a dude that's constantly not initiating conversation, there's one of two things, right? The first thing could be that he's just talking to so many girls, and maybe you're not his favorite one. I hate to say it, like, maybe you're not the girl he was gonna text first, because he knows you're gonna text him anyway. You know, he's gonna make sure the girl that is harder to get, you know, he's gonna say good morning, how are you, da-da-da, initiate the dates, because she's not doing that stuff. Or the second reason could be that he's just not into you, and he doesn't know how to say he's not into you. So he just, you know, if you keep the conversation going, he'll respond, but he's not gonna initiate the conversation. So there's 2 different scenarios with that. Both scenarios are not good. So in my opinion, just stop. If you notice he doesn't hit you up, or like after the last time you talk, he does not text you after that. Like this one dude, I'm not gonna say when, where, what's his name, okay? But we were talking, whatever, it was good vibes. But he threw me off with something that he said, and I tried not to hold it against him, but then I saw he kept doing it, and it just gave like, it wasn't what I was looking for. And he was the type of guy that's like, oh, like, what did he say? He was like a dude that needed validation. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy that's like, oh, well, you know, you should compliment me. Why don't you compliment? Like, and it was, we just started talking, and I could tell, I'm like, damn, he's probably gonna want me to initiate, you know, this, that, and the third. And he did. Like, he wanted me to be the initiator, and I'm just not like that. Like, I tried once, didn't feel natural, so I do not initiate. And when he didn't text me back, I was just like, okay, no problem. Like, and I'm gonna make a video on that too, about being able to detach and move on quickly, because I know the ladies, y'all be struggling with that too. But yeah, like, he wanted me to hit him up first all the time, and I was just like, no, that's not how I am. Like, I'm just not that girl. Like, it's completely different when you're in a relationship, I get it. But in that dating, talking phase, you know, getting to know these guys, going on dates, let him pursue you. Let him put in some work, okay? Let him put in work to get you. Don't be putting in work to get them. You have to be figuring out even if you want them, you know? You shouldn't have to be putting work and initiating things to get the guy. The guy should be doing that to you. So yeah, number 4, he's wasting your time if you have to constantly hit him up and initiate dates and all that stuff. No, like, we don't do that. No. Tomato, tomato. Tomato, tomato. Okay, the third way, or the third sign you can know that this boy is wasting your time, is if he has a very long why I'm single story. Okay, and this is just in my experience, okay? I notice dudes that have a very long traumatic experience that they hold against, like the super why I'm single. Like, when you ask them, oh, like, you know, well, how come you're single? And they have an essay to tell you as to why they're single, just know that they probably need to stay single, and they probably want to stay single. I have yet to meet a guy that has told me his life story about why he's single and has actually dated, like, been in a committed relationship with me. So definitely, I see that more even as a red flag, because it's like, why are we dating? Why are we getting to know each other if you basically had a traumatic experience and you haven't gotten over it yet? So definitely, I feel like that to me is low-key a red flag. And I feel like dudes that haven't gotten over their past experience, past traumas, past relationships, like, they're not ready. They're going to be wasting your time, because they're going to be dealing with so much other demons and things that have nothing to do with you, and it's just going to bring you down and not make you happy. So yeah, I know it's pretty short, but just like, don't deal with those dudes that have this long explanation why they're not talking to anybody. Oh, I want to stay single. Like, that whole BS nonsense that they say, they're not saying that to every single girl. Because let me tell you something, the way we, and I know you've seen this, some guys will treat one girl, you know, just okay, because they maybe not feeling her. But when they meet that girl that just has them sprung and they want to just do everything for it, they will act completely different for that girl, okay? They won't be giving the sob story about their ex-girlfriend doing X, Y, and Z to them. I can guarantee it. So definitely, like, if you notice that he hasn't got over his past experiences and he's still giving this long ass story about, you know, why I'm single, let him stay single, let him grow, let him work on himself, and move on. The second way that you can know if homeboy is wasting your time is if he constantly falls off the grid, okay? Constantly falls off the grid, especially if y'all just hung out and then he like does not talk to you after that, or does not try to follow up and see you again. Homeboy's wasting your time, okay? Like, he's just wasting your time. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I've been taken out and then I don't hear anything, but I know some friends where it's like they'll go out with a guy and they won't hear anything from him after that date, and it's just like, damn, like, okay. And then that date, you know, will happen or whatever, and then 2 weeks later he hits him up like, hey, what you doing? Are you kidding me? Like, where's the etiquette? Where's the home training? And honestly, like, in my opinion, from what I've seen, and yes, I know I'm only 21, but dudes that do that, they dating 3-4 other girls. You probably the 4th pick or whatever, and that's why you're so low on the list in terms of how fast he needs to respond to you. Even just like if y'all aren't going out and he just goes MIA for like days at a time and doesn't text you, and then all of a sudden you get a hey, what you doing? His first girl didn't text him back, so he's texting you. I hate to say it, but that's That's honestly what it is. Like, either, you know, she's busy or she's not texting him back, or, you know, they stop talking, and then he goes to you as a backup. You don't want to be a backup, sis. You don't want to be led on talking to this dude where, you know, he doesn't talk to you for weeks or months at a time or days at a time. A guy that's into you, sis, is going to talk to you throughout his day, okay? Throughout his day, if possible. If it's not possible and he can't be on his phone for whatever reason, as soon as he gets off work, he's going to hit you up. As soon as he wakes up, he's going to hit you up. That's just what they do. Like, that's just what they do. And now I feel like I can talk about dating and stuff like that on my channel, because I was in a relationship when I was in my first 2 years of college, so I didn't really have a lot of experience. But now, all right, sorry y'all, my camera died. But yeah, like, now that I'm, you know, finally over and whatnot, now I'm not gonna get into details, but just know that now I do have plenty of stories and plenty of experience in said area, okay? That's all I'm gonna say, because I'm not gonna expose myself. So yeah. All right, and the last one that I have for you, which is number one, the first and probably the number one reason, the number one sign that he is wasting your time is when he's constantly flirting, but then doesn't ask you on a date, doesn't ask you out, doesn't take it to the next step, doesn't initiate. You know what I'm saying? Those dudes, and let me tell you something, men will only do what you allow. They will only do what you allow. I had this person in my life that wanted to be more than friends, right? Constantly flirt, do all this stuff, yada yada yada, but never actually open their mouth to ask me on a date. And I was like, okay, don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, but thanks. And it just became constant flirting and then nothing. Like, we're just kicking it. You said you wanted me in a different way, but nothing was showing it besides the flirting. And I was like, you know what? This is weird. It doesn't feel right. I feel like my time is being wasted. I don't see this going anywhere, so I just deaded it. In my mind, I just said, it's whatever. Friend zone is where you're gonna stay, where you start, where you end. That's just gonna be that. And honestly, I know a lot of girls tend to do this, but please try not to. If a guy is swiping up and putting heart eyes on your story, if he's constantly saying you're beautiful, constantly saying you're so fine, constantly saying you're the baddest thing he's ever seen, you have to get to a point where you're just like, I know. Because once you get to a point where it's like you're not as moved by a compliment, what are they truly offering you except flattery? What are they offering you besides flattery? I've gotten to a point now, and I'm not trying to like be in a cocky way, but like, I'm like, okay, I'm beautiful, but when are we gonna go out on a date? When are you gonna know who I am? When are you gonna figure out my inside is beautiful too? You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of dudes just like, when they see a pretty girl, all they see is a pretty face, and they just compliment. And sometimes girls think that means a guy wants to be with them, but in actuality, that doesn't always mean someone wants to be with you. People can flatter you and compliment you and say you're the baddest girl they've ever seen in the world and not actually take you seriously. So please don't get flattery confused with respect and interest, because it's not the same thing. It is definitely not the same thing. I had to learn that the hard way, and after I learned that lesson, I feel like I looked at it differently. Like, to me now, words of affirmation is like the lowest on my list in terms of love language, because words are words. Like, I'm more of that person that wants to see actions. Like, I love acts of service and gifts. Like, that's just me. But yeah, like, I want to see what you do, not what you say. So that's just me, y'all. hopefully you like this pretty girl talk. It's only for the pretty girls, you know what I'm saying? So let me know how you guys like this video. What other signs that you've probably experienced where a dude is wasting your time. Like, please, like, we gotta tell each other so we can all avoid that type of nonsense. Okay, so put it in the comment section down below. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and follow me on all my social media platforms, and let me know what you want to hear from me, what you want me to talk about, because I really value what you guys send me. I read my DMs. I want to, you know, get to know y'all. So definitely DM me on IG. That's probably the best way to get in contact with your girl. And yeah, like, let me know how you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.